you know what it is. You know, when you hear Future go harder, it is the Boss Man Show, which means I think a lot of these Thursdays on the Boss Man Show. We may make it happen today. We got a full show for you today. We're going to have my man TrueSpeech join us. We got Erica, of course. We got Vashi, the Hurt Lockstress from BSO, who was now joining the Boss Man team. She got on team Boss Man. She knew what was good, so she knew what she'd get on a good ride and join a good team. Unlike you fakers out there, you want to be. This is a real show, not some community show where we have jerk-offs. So maybe a little jerk-off show. Join our jerk-off show. Make us a community jerk-off. We don't do that around here. We keep it kosher. We keep it the way it is, what we do. And so it's all good. And like I told you, TrueSpeech to be joining us right this instant. So we got Vashi, we got TrueSpeech, we got Erica, then we got to get my man Nique. You know, he's always late. We're going to get that. He's going to crazy today. So, Nique, call in, brother. It's your time. Erica, you have some steady R.O.B.bing for me. Give it to me in speech. Vashi, we to get this steady R.O.B.bing. What in God's name is going on in these office workplaces? Talk to me.
I have no idea, Jay. What's up, everybody? Steady R.O.B.bing is going to be a new, I guess, little segment on the show. Yeah, what's going on in the background? That was good on the barking? Wow.
I have no idea, dude. I'm trying to figure it out, too. I was waiting to see if somebody else could deduce what that noise was.
Okay, well, steady R.O.B.bing, it means Ratchet Office Behavior. Like, we have gotten so many emails about just random WTF moments in, like, government offices mostly, that it had to have its own segment. So that's what steady R.O.B.bing is. And the first, I guess, set of topics are, I guess, hygiene situations or bodily functions that need to be at home or just in the bathroom. Okay, so this one guy named Mike emailed us, and he had 3 in one day. One that involved a lady in his office repeatedly passing gas to the point where she accidentally, did number 2 in her pants at work. And I don't understand. Like, after the age of 8, what are you doing? Who does that? But anyway,
tell me this chick had one fart too many, and it went south on her in her office place.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what's crazy to me.
Especially
what
because
would you all do if somebody crapped through your pants at their job? What would you do if you was at your job every day? Someone crapped their pants. What would you all do? I know me. I would tell them to quit on the spot. What would you all do?
Again. That's true.
Or after I make a scene. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm definitely gonna roast somebody. Some shit is gonna get taught. Just period. So like I would actually take JR's route. I'm like, yo, you might as well quit because I'm not gonna stop talking about you until you leave this place.
Well, I'm gonna thug it out. It's happened to everybody. You can say whatever you want to say. I'll be right back in the office the next day. You can say whatever you want to say. I will be there. You can talk behind my back, but whatever. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going to leave my job because I had an accident.
That's real good. I like the terminology. You said I'm going to thug it out. Like, that's the most highest definition of thugging it out. That's a terrible way to thug it out. I mean, more power, but it's like, wow. Who does that? I'm pretty sure there's bathrooms at every workplace. Legally, I'm sure there's bathrooms at every workplace. It's a law that it has to be working restrooms at every workplace environment. At a certain point, it's inexcusable. If you got to take an extended break, like, yo, where were you at? I was handling business. That's where I was at for the past hour. You know what I'm saying? I was sick. I was feeling ill. There's no excuse to, kind of just let that happen.
I'm sure it was unexpected. I don't, I'm sure she didn't think, oh, okay, this is the one where it's going to just let it all go. I'm positive. If she knew that this was coming, then, yeah, she's out of pocket. But
just got a little too comfortable. Thought she could handle it, but it was one of them was a little too serious.
Like I said, she had one far too many, and it cost her.
Yeah, I think that one probably snuck up on her, and she just wasn't ready for it.
Take a sick day. Go home immediately. Go home immediately.
At the same time, though, when those sparks are getting a little bit more wetter and a little bit more heavier. So you need to know the bathroom needs to go. Let's not take any more chances here.
Okay, and that brings us to the second topic, or the second situation. Basically, there was a guy.
Cheerios are like in the weeds. I'm trying to figure that out.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Cheerios are in the weeds. Somebody trying to get Blaze on a call.
I mean, one of the listeners out there, somebody's out there. I'm hearing Cheerios, and we have somebody's in the grass and the weeds sneaking through somebody's backyard to steal some. I'm hearing a lot of fumbling, like Mono Ginobili fumbling. That's not good. And we're joined by my man Nique. And Nique, you missed the first take about another person crapping at the job, brother. That's not good.
A person doing what at the job?
Crap themselves at the job.
After one part too many.
Let's skip this one because we ain't got time for all that. No, buddy. No.
Okay, well, before there was crunching, there was another situation in the same email where one of his coworkers kind of ran up to him and was saying that it felt cold in his pants. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I'm almost certain another man, like a man doesn't want to hear about another man's goings on in his pants. Neither do women, for any reason. But anyway, he said it was cold in his pants. And then the guy noticed that your man had on khakis, and there was like a brown trail going down the back of his pants. So apparently this guy had diarrhea and decided that he was going to try to, like Vashi said, thug it out and go to work anyway. And it went horribly wrong for him.
No, that's why they have sick days. Call in sick, go home. Go home. I would have advised this man to go home. I'd have been like, bro, let me holler at you real quick. Not too close because I want to smell you, but let me holler at you real quick. Or send him an email.
What I want to know is, where does this guy work? Like, this is, like, how do you have two situations within the same day where people are using the bathroom on themselves? I think that is a more important question.
Probably Taco Bell. Either Taco Bell or White Castle if I had to take a guess.
These are office jobs. These are office jobs.
No. Yeah. Corporate offices at Taco Bell and the corporate offices at White Castle. Like, I'm pretty sure they get samples of the food they serve. That's slop. So, you know. Yo, JR, White Castle and Taco Bell aren't sponsors of the show, are they?
No, they're not.
Okay, well, then the hell with both of them. That's probably where these two individuals work. The headquarters.
But Erica, sorry, when you tell me about?
There was another one where basically where this guy works, it has cubicles, and one of the people he was talking to that day kept passing gas in the cubicle and tried to just act like it wasn't happening at all. And then, again, it went south. One fart too many. I don't know why there's, like, 3 of these situations where people can't just hold it until they can run, make, like, a Usain Bolt dash to the bathroom, but all 3 of these people in one day, and all of them were around him for some reason. That's the startling thing. how did they all make a beeline to him?
I think he set them up with some free samples of Taco Bell and White Castle intentionally, because that's just not. It's not cool for adults to do. Like, I mean, because they're grown, so that's not hygienic in the office setting. So I'm gonna suggest that we, as a collective, we get up a couple dollars and we just send them some Depends. Because apparently
I agree.
So we probably send them. It'd be like a community service project. The corporate offices of both these establishments, and just kind of, try to help out, because that's disgusting. Like, no one wants to work around that. I mean, I ain't trying to sound immature, but let's be 100. If I'm sitting in front of a dude or behind a dude in the cubicle, and he lets one go, and then he stands up, and I'm like, bro, yo, that's a problem for me. Like, I kind of have a problem with that. So, I understand accidents happen, and, situations in life can't always be controlled, but come on. You don't have to raise your hand to go to the bathroom.
3 in one day, that's too much. That's too much, Nique. Don't think, brother,
1 in 1 day is too many.
Especially 3.
Yeah.
And see, that's why I thought he made it up, because I'm like, okay, 3 in 1 day, 3 of a similar situation in 1 day, that makes no sense. But stranger things have happened. We've talked about stranger things on this show. So
we've had several horror stories from the Boss Report, so you know what, you're right. Stranger things have happened.
And I have 2 stories here before we talk about the NBA Finals that's going to really blow your mind. We have a Long John gone wrong. Doctors after peen implant made man hard for 8 months and left him half the man he used to be until unceremoniously his new accessory eventually fell off.
Oh my God.
Wow. That's so elaborate. Like, just, really?
Okay. First things first, he was excited for 8 months long? Like, that sounds painful.
How do you wear pants to work at an 8-month erection on every day?
I mean, at some point, he just had to go YOLO and just, like, let the flag fly. Like, look, this is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it. Deal with it. But that's kind of disgusting. I wouldn't want to work with that guy. I'm not shaking his hand. I'm not shaking his hand at all.
Well, clearly he wasn't shaking his hand, so.
What? I can't hear what y'all saying, man. I'm going in and out.
Did you hear the story about the man who was doctor after he had a penis implant that he got made him hard for 8 months long, and left him half the man he used to be until his new accessory eventually fell off.
Wait, he was on hard for 8 months?
Yes, 8 months straight.
And nobody seemed to notice.
Somebody had to notice.
Like, first of all, like men wear jogging pants and stuff like that. Like, you walking around Kroger, and you straight hard and see walking around Kroger with little kids. What?
Knocking over cereal boxes. Knocking stuff off display. Like, dude.
That's bad timing. If it lasts more than a month, if it lasts more than 2 hours, you need to just chill. 8 months? No. Nah, man.
But then he eventually fell off, though. His penis fell off.
Yeah, that makes it even worse. You did 8 months of suffering for nothing.
Well, I have a question. Would you rather be hard for 8 months or be impotent for
hard for 8 months.
A year? Okay.
Hard for 8 months. I'm not even allowed to.
That was quick, wasn't it?
Yeah. Hey, I mean, because you could technically still use it, but if it's like completely impotent or falls off, then that's horrible. That's the worst thing that could possibly happen to a man. So, hey, if I got to take one of the options, I'm going with option A. At least I know I have to,
I'm sure that's how he felt, too. I'm sure he felt, all right, well, we're just going to roll with this because the alternative is worse. So, You know.
At least
think
his skin
about it.
wasn't cut off or bitten off. You know, that's always good.
JR had to bring it up, man. Too many stories. Too many mutilation stories. But, I mean, given the option, yeah, I'm going with option A. Because this way, at least you can't disappoint nobody. Like, hey, well, I'm ready. Are you ready? You know, you don't have to ask that question. You already know what's up.
Exactly.
There's the silver lining in the whole thing, I guess. But, I mean, like, is he going to sue? Because I'm going to be honest with you. Like, if God forbid that would ever happen to me. But imagine how embarrassing it is if you're in court suing the guy who did this to you and you have to explain your side of the story in detail. And I'm pretty sure they're going to need, you know, evidence in the courtroom. So that's probably the most embarrassing thing possible.
I could be a part of the jury, a part of that. I could be a part of that. I'd be laughing as soon as we leave the courtroom to deliberate. I'd be like, I'll be dying in the back. Everybody be like, what's that laughing? I'll be
right along with you, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'll be right along in the cheer room cracking up too. That's all.
He sold for $5 million. Hopefully it'll be worth it. And he said he will have a new surgery to get reattached. I'm like, oh God, reattached. I'm sick of hearing about reattachment.
Yeah, there's too many stories of reattachment going on. But $5 million is, to me, he's lowballing it. I would have went for some double-digit millions, and that. I mean, pain and suffering alone. Let's be honest, that's at least $30 million worth of pain and suffering. Just saying.
30 million.
Oh God, come on.
That is a valuable asset to a man. That is the most valuable asset.
Exactly.
Even more important than our brain, because let's be honest, sometimes we don't use our brains, but we damn sure use the other brain. So I'm just saying, 30 million is a reasonable number.
The Lord blessed me with a nice-sized penis, and if I lost it, I'll be sick. And if someone want to bite it off, chop it off, she's going to die, first of all. And I'm going to sue her family, pain and suffering. I want money.
Pain and suffering. Thank you. 30 mil.
Emotional distress, too. And depression.
Emotional distress.
All the same.
You know what? 50 mil. 50 mil,
that's how they doing the most.
They're doing all the way the most. They really, fellas, $50 million.
Yes. Yes. I mean, you can't put a price on something that's priceless. So if you had to put a price on your pain and suffering, then that would be it. 50 mil. Just saying. That's to me enough for pain and suffering and emotional distress and depression, as JR stated. I think that's a fair number.
Wow.
Exactly. And I feel for the brother, but once again, there's no way I'm gonna tell my homeboy. I'm not gonna call up speech and Nique about, hey, bro, this what happened. I got an implant and it fell off. I'm not gonna call up and tell them guys that. Why is he out in the news? Well, he's suing, that's why. But I won't tell nobody. Man. Put this in closed files, please. Close. I don't just get out. I'm just saying. But on to the NBA Finals. Tonight, the Miami Heat beat the Spurs. It's 2-2 now. We got best two out of three series now. We got to see who's going the next two games. So I'll say every other game. I still have the Spurs in 6 games. Spurs to win Game 5. I had the Heat winning Game 5, but the Spurs winning Game 4 is inverted for me. I still say the Spurs will win 6 games. Miami made jump shots tonight in my estimation. Keep letting LeBron and D-Wade and Toronto Raptors keep shooting jumpers. They ain't going to go out forever because, you live by a jump shot. You do what? You die by a jump shot. So, what's your opinion on Game 4? Who you got in Game 5 in the series? Talk to me, my people. Go one by one.
I like Game 4. I thought that LeBron was more aggressive as he needed to have been. He did a little bit more in the post, although San Antonio has done a good job of preventing him from attacking as much as he normally would. I think the big three were actually the big three tonight. I think Bosh had 20. LeBron had, 30, 33 or 32. Both LeBron and Wade had over 30 points. So I think that if these three can play like this, like they're supposed to have been playing the whole time, I can see the Heat taking the next two games. But I don't foresee that happening. I'll probably take San Antonio next game, and then Miami. I still like Miami in 7. So.
Well, I have to agree with you to an extent, but I feel that I really think the Heat could close it out in 6, especially with with them going back to Miami. But mainly because even outside of LeBron, from what I saw tonight, D Wade is really returning to his championship form from a few years ago. He's definitely being more aggressive. He is facilitating the ball more. He's making the people around him better. And Chris Bosh is literally doing what he's supposed to be doing, and that's being a defensive presence. Tonight he actually played like a big man instead of, a giant two-guard, which is what he usually plays like. So to me, I think Chris Bosh stepped up. But if Dwayne Wade, and a lot of people are kind of overlooking this aspect, if Dwayne Wade can continue to perform the way he's performed tonight, 7 steals, definitely being a defensive monster, then I think that the Heat can close it out in 6 games. Just being honest. A lot of people focus on LeBron and his ability to score and facilitate, but in my opinion, Dwayne Wade is a much better facilitator and a much better defender, as well as more of an impact player. So I think that if D Wade can continue his current level of play, then they should win. And if you look at the past few games when they have lost, Dwayne Wade has struggled. Now, when Dwayne Wade is definitely on his game, then you get, 14, 15-point blowouts, if you ask me. So I think that Dwayne Wade is really going to be the key to the next few games going forward. Because LeBron's going to get his, but, if D Wade can continue to play like D Wade, then they can close it out.
You bring up an interesting point as far as Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade has really struggled this entire playoffs. When he has played well, the Heat have won naturally, which makes sense, but they have been successful when he hasn't played as well. I think he is an important piece, but he is not the important piece. This is LeBron's team, and it's up to him to play well. When LeBron struggles like he did last game, they lose terribly. LeBron cannot have another game like he had this previous game. When LeBron plays well, the team wins. When he facilitates, when he scores, it's just a different ball game. To me, it's his team. He's always going to be the key.
Well, let's be honest. Last game to me was more so about Danny Green and Gary O'Neal going nuts. I mean, literally some of the best shooting performances I've seen in recent years. So to me, that game was more so about those guys coming into their own more so than LeBron struggling, which LeBron did struggle, but, let's be honest, he had a bad game. But the reason that the big three was put together is if one piece falls, then the other piece should pick up the slack. Chris Bosh also did not perform well, and neither did D Wade when LeBron was having a bad game. And the people around them did not play well. As a team, Miami played terribly, not just LeBron. Let's be honest. Outside of LeBron, who was the next leading scorer up? I think it was either D Wade or Mike Miller.
Miller.
Right. Let's be honest. Your team is struggling when Mike Miller is behind LeBron as far as points scored.
Yeah.
I feel
agree.
I feel it, but like I said, I think the Spurs are going to win in 6 because, they got a more complete team. You live by the jumpers, you die by jumpers. We're hurting for life. And the Spurs are letting them shoot jumpers. Tonight they went in. They made shots. The NBA is a make or miss league, and the Heat made tonight. The Spurs missed tonight. And Manu Ginobili, he's MIA. So it's crazy. Finals going down. We don't know what's going to happen. We'll see about it next week. And here you go. NBA coaching carousel. I'm going to start off with my man Nique down in Memphis. What in the hell is going on Holland? Why let him go? What's up with Levian, Pera, Hollinger, and the boys? Nique, talk to me about that, bro.
I'm going to keep it real honest with you. When it comes to this subject, I pretty much say to myself, it's more like what Hollins wants to do and more like what management wants to do. There's a big difference between both of them. They don't see eye to eye, obviously. And it's looking like Hollins wants to go his way or no way. That's basically where he wants to go. And a lot of people think that, yeah, we should let him do that. We went to the West Coast Western Conference Finals because he's him. I'm like, but at the end of the day, his bosses want to do something else. So let's break this down. Remember the Rudy Gay trade and the whole comment that Hollins made, the Bill Butcher comment? Yeah. That probably stuck in the back of their mind of what they're getting with Hollins, because Hollins is going to speak his mind. But at the same time, if you keep bad-mouthing your boss in public, what do you think they're going to do to you? Let's just keep it real. He's done it more than once. He threw his assistants under the bus twice. One assistant left during the playoffs. So it's just like this guy's wants to do it his way, and then you don't want to be able to work it out. And that's what I think was going on. So that's what I think about it so far. I don't know who they're looking at. There's like 4 or 5 different people I've been hearing about. So I'm just waiting to see what's going to happen.
And I'm going to throw this out there to the rest of you guys. We got Jason Kidd becoming the coach of the Nets after he retired from Nique like 10 days ago. He's got a 4-year deal worth $10.5 million, $2.5 million the first 3 years. The third year, for the fourth year, is a team option. Maurice Cheeks become the coach of the Pistons. Greg Popovich's right-hand man, Mark Holger, will be the coach of the Atlanta Hawks, so nobody goes to their games. I'm just letting you know. Steve Clifford going to Charlotte. Vinny Del Negro's fired from the Clippers. George Carter fired from the Nuggets. He's getting interviewed by the Memphis Grizzlies. They also interviewed Ed Pinckney from Chicago. Also, what's up with the NBA coaching career? How can you make the playoffs in the West Conference, your 34 or 5 season, you get fired? So what's really good? Atlanta Hawks end up in L.A. or Denver, or Byron Scott or somebody like that? We got 2 jobs left. Well, how's it going? 3 jobs left. How's it going to go? Somebody talk to me.
I'm going to be honest with you. One of the most confusing decisions was George Karl. I just don't understand, like, why he was fired. I mean, let's be honest. Like, he is the Denver Nuggets. They are the reason. The reason they are a good team and a playoff caliber team is because of his coaching. I mean, look at their roster. Their roster is good. They have a lot of athletes. George Karl made them a basketball team. They had a team of athletes that he converted into ball players. So when you fire him, and I can guarantee you this, no matter what coach they bring in, their season next season will be abysmal. I can promise you that. George Karl was a leader, and why he was fired, I don't know. Why they brought in Mo Cheeks for the Pistons, dude, I'm so tired of Joe Dumars and his decisions with the Detroit Pistons right now. I don't even know how to call it. I don't even know what Joe D is doing right now. I'm confused. But as far as Vinny Del Negro, like, that to me was also, I kind of saw it coming because in L.A. they're just worried about championships. And if they're not getting to, the Western Conference Finals, let alone talking about an NBA ring, then, Vinny, I guess he had to go. But Jay Kidd, I respect him. I respect him as a player. I believe he's one of the greatest point guards of all time. But for him to get a job 10 days after retiring and him never being a head coach and him only being a player, I'm very confused by that because it's a lot of high caliber coaches that they could have got to fill that spot in Brooklyn. Now, I guess because Jay Kidd's, his ties with the Nets organization, that's why he got the job. But to me, it was like they passed up a lot of good coaches and just kind of took a shot in the dark with Jay Kidd. So.
I agree. I agree. I think that was one of the biggest slaps in the faces to those coaches who have paid their dues and who have been waiting to try to get head coaching jobs like Brian Shaw. I still can't understand why he hasn't been given the opportunity. I need to know whether he's been blackballed. I need to know whether, like, what do these GMs know about Shaw that we don't know that is preventing him from getting for him continuing to be passed up for these coaching jobs. You have Patrick Ewing. You just have for Jason Kidd to retire and then think that his on-court coaching abilities will immediately be able to transfer on the bench, to me, is completely ludicrous. I've said before that either he is going to be an anomaly and succeed tremendously, or he's going to fail miserably. And although I don't wish failure on anyone, I really can see it being the latter because, you know, sometimes people need to pay their dues before trying to jump into that type of role.
Right. I mean, has J. Cole even coached high school basketball? Has he ever been a head coach ever? Does he know how to handle the responsibilities of a head coach? Being a great point guard and being a head coach are two completely different things.
Exactly. And I think, especially on the professional level, it's more than just what you do on the court. It's also managing or being able to manage personalities. And I don't think, I'm not sure whether he would be able to do that in a coaching capacity. That's one of the things that you learn through experience on the bench and not necessarily playing on the court. So.
No doubt.
I don't know. I really don't know. The whole Nuggets thing confused me. I just shook my head. I just couldn't understand it. But then again, you know, I don't run that organization. Somebody else does. And then you got to add to the fact that one of the things that people talked about, I talked to a friend of mine who actually is a Nuggets fan. He talked about one of the main reasons why they even consider firing George Carr was because of JaVale McGee and the development of him and him getting a $44 million contract for 4 years. So that's one of the many things that I've been hearing. But
yes, you're correct because they said George Carl didn't want to start JaVale McGee. He was married to Andre Miller. He wouldn't play what's that cat's name on their team? Fournier. So they wanted to go young. He wanted to play old and win now. So that's why George Carl's out. Him and Lionel Hollins are kind of the same kind of guys. Want to do stuff their own way, and they say they're set in their ways. And when you have young owners like a Josh Kroenke or a Robert Perry, Justin Levy, you gotta kind of conform to the young man rules, but they didn't want to do it. So they out of a job now, but at least they're well compensated, at least in the case of Vinny Del Negro, Atlanta Hollins. They got money. They're not hurt for money. They'll be okay. They'll rebound real soon. Erica, it's time for talk about America's biggest dummy in the world. Give me this week's report on this dumb guy, G.A. Henson, Nique's favorite person in the world.
My favorite person in the world is anybody that let me borrow their necklace for a day. That's my favorite person in the world. But continue, Erica. Go on and talk.
Oh, Lord. G.A. Henson is backpedaling, basically. He's supposed to be allegedly moving on from the woman he spent over $9,000 on. But due to some investigative work, he's still posting Facebook video or song tributes to this woman and, going back and forth. Going back and forth on how he don't want to, deal with her anymore, but he's still, messaging her on Facebook, and we're finding out about it. And then, of course, he denies it. So it's just an ongoing soap opera, really. But that's what'd you say?
There's not enough words to describe this stupid person. There's just not enough. Like,
there really isn't.
If I had a dictionary in my hand and looked every word, not dictionary, but the thesaurus, looked up every word that means the same as stupid, and looked at it real hard, and I said, I need a longer list. That's how I feel about it.
I hate to interject here, but I heard the dollar amount of $9,000 thrown around somewhere here, if I'm correct.
Oh, yes, you did.
She doesn't know about that.
His nickname is Mr. 9000 because, just to recap for Vashi as well, he basically spent over $9,000 on a woman that he's been dating. She hasn't been dating him. He's been dating her for over 8 months.
Erica, no, Erica, I have the number in front of me. It is $10,800.
Whoa, stop.
Somebody popped a Molly and oh my God.
You said 10,800?
It jumped to 10,000?
Yes, it has. Remember the Myrtle Beach trip?
Oh my
trip to Savannah.
Wait, there was a trip to Savannah too?
Yes, it was. I just found out about that. I'm reading the email now.
Lord, okay. So I got to change that graphic. I got to change that 9 to a 10 now. Okay, that's cool.
Oh, Jesus.
Who is this jackass? Like, I am absolutely appalled, disgusted, and mortified at the same time. Just repulsed. Who is this idiot? Who is doing such a trick-like thing?
But wait a minute. But TrueSpeech and Vashi, you also have to remember that out of the 9 months, or going on 9 months now, he has not yet had sexual relations.
Oh, I ain't even touch it. Oh.
No, he did touch it.
God.
He touched it. He put his hand on it. But that's about it.
He said he had to He had to slip through her robe and touch it in the dark. He doesn't even know how it looks. He don't know how it feels. Because he touched it with left hand in the dark.
Come on,
God.
I'm going to be honest with y'all. Is there more dudes who do this kind of stuff than y'all think?
No, it should not be. It should not be.
I'm going to tell you, y'all can make all this noise and act like, oh, my gosh, this dude is tricking off. There are a lot of dudes who actually like doing that kind of stuff and don't want anything in return.
Hold on. Here's the difference. Most of them dudes are rich.
Right. I'm like, if you got 30 bill, what's 10 grand?
They got disposable
That is
income.
true. Most of these guys have money. Meanwhile, GA is going to Advanced Financial and, you know.
Oh, goodness. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Wait a minute. He's getting corporate pimped and then getting regular trick pimped?
Yes.
So everybody's in his pockets. He's got to pay this back with interest. Not seem to. I'm gonna be honest with you. Even if he hit it every day, it's not worth 10 grand. I could promise you that. So you mean to tell me that this moron is literally allowing himself to be sapped by a leech, and he's stupid enough to continue to let this leech suck him dry for no reason at all?
Yep, pretty much.
Pretty much. Okay.
And he hasn't seen.
Almost slipped.
He's only touched things. He hasn't.
It don't even matter. Like, that's not even a slight justification.
Don't
actually brush up against somebody on a bus. That don't count.
No, I know that. I'm just telling you that he's like on level 0.5. Like, he ain't even on level 1 really.
He ain't even in the dugout. The hell would be on base. He ain't even in the dugout.
He's only touched it with his left hand. He hasn't seen it. He touched it in the dark. She hit it to her roll.
Oh my God. This is the horrible. This is. I'll be honest with you. This is literally one of the worst things I've ever heard. Who is this man? Who is this misguided soul? Like
a 40-year-old. Misguided.
You said 40?
Mid-40s.
Oh God, he don't even know the game. How you 45 years old and don't even know the starter levels of the game? He don't even know his ABCs.
We're almost certain he can't read or write. Like, we're almost certain about that.
He can't. I put it like this: he damn sure can't read the signs. But you know what? Though, I'm gonna be honest with you.
What's up?
I gotta give respect to the young lady who's getting the benefits of this because she's playing the hand. Like, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I still think she's a lot of things that I'm not gonna say right now because they're quite vulgar. But you gotta give respect to the game. She's playing her hands. She got those some cards, and she's getting the royal flush. Because this idiot, I'm gonna have nightmares about that number. It's gonna be the number 10,000, just dancing in my dreams, just haunting me. That is despicable.
Nique,
that is absolutely despicable.
Nique, tell me your take on this man's number going up so high since we last spoke.
What's the word I'm looking for? Oh wait, I can't find it. It's something wrong with this. It's like either he don't. Never mind. You know what? We need to fade this dude on site, just off GP.
Can we organize an intervention for this brother? Like, I mean, like legit. Just like on A&E. We all sit in the room, you know what I'm saying? We're going to put him in the middle of the chair. I got to slap him. Like, I'm gonna let everybody know I have to slap him. It has to happen. Somebody got to lay hands on this dude so he can get the message. I mean, y'all can talk, but I'm slapping.
You don't need no talk. You know, no talking needed for me.
Just slapping? All right, I'm cool with that.
Slapping.
Just slapping. Slap the stupid out of him, because this is literally the most biggest thing I've ever heard in my life.
I got brass knuckles I ain't used in a while.
Dang. Is he listening? Can he hear me right now? Whoever this is, do they listen to the show?
I'm sure he does.
Yes, they do.
The show.
Yes,
sir. If you can hear me right now, stop it. Stop it. I pray that you can hear my message, dude. Stop it. You are being hoodwinked, bamboozled. You are fooling yourself. Even if you get it, it ain't worth it. Just stop it. Whatever I'll put it like this. Whatever you think you want to do the complete opposite of that. Just right now. Just if you
are you sure?
Like, you know what?
Sweet. Are
you know
sure?
what? You're right. I don't know. I'm trying to just come up with advice to get this brother. I got nothing.
Wait,
man, this guy
might be listening. He might be listening.
He's listening.
Oh yeah, he's listening.
My turn. Dear guy.
Dear God.
I don't even want to know I don't even want to say your name because you're just a regular bozo guy to me now. That's all need to get named his mother. $10,000. The only woman I would pay $10,000 to get with is not Lathan. But a regular chick with what? 4 kids and some grandkids?
Oh God. Oh
yeah.
God,
bro.
You said great.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna be real with you. If I ever see you, prepare your face.
Does he have a Twitter?
Exactly.
Is there any way that he can talk to me directly? Tell him to tweet me, dog. Somebody give him my Twitter. My Twitter is @mytruespeech. Tweet me tonight. Negro, we need to talk. Well, because you are literally making my entire species just look pitiful right now, dog. You bringing us down. As a whole, you bringing us down. I'm going to be honest with you. There's always that one member of the group that's sandbagging for everybody. You're that person. We need to stop that.
No, that's not him, the sandbagger. The sandbagger is Steve Harvey. But
I stand corrected. The sandbagger is Steve Harvey.
Exactly.
You are right, sir. You're right, sir.
Exactly. It is Steve Harvey, and this has been Think Right Thursdays. G.A. Henson, get your mind right. Thank you, Paul. Another great show. It's Bossman. We logging off. We signing off. Catch us on the YouTube, Live TV, and Twitter. Nique Live TV. Make it happen. Erica's going to get on it. Hey, thank you, Vashi Speech, Nique. Holla. We out.